History has a habit of simplifying powerful people, especially when they didn't fit neatly into European narratives. Shaka Zulu is often remembered as a ruthless warlord, a violent tyrant, whose reign brought chaos to southern Africa. That version of Shaka says less about the man himself and more about who was writing the story. This was the dawn of the Zulu nation. Shaka was born to Senzanga Kona, chief of the Zulu and Nandi. Because his parents were not formally married, Shaka and his mother were reportedly driven away from the Zulu court and lived among other chiefdoms. Many traditions describe him being mocked, humiliated, and treated as an outsider. Not born into power, Shaka learned discipline and survival the hard way, skills that would later define his leadership. When he entered the service of the Mthethwa Confederation under Chief Dingiswayo, Shaka's talent became impossible to ignore. He studied warfare, organization, and loyalty. By the time he rose to lead the Zulu, he wasn't just stepping into a throne. He was building a nation from fractured clans. Shaka revolutionized warfare in the region, strict discipline, age-based regiments, and the famous bullhorn formation, a tactic so effective it is still studied today. He replaced long throwing spears with the short stabbing spear, the ikulwa, forcing decisive close combat. Before Shaka became king around 1816, the region was already unstable. At the same time, droughts in the late 1700s and early 1800s increased competition for resources, making conflicts more frequent. Many communities resisted becoming part of the growing Zulu Kingdom. Shaka often gave chiefs a choice: join the Zulu Kingdom and keep some local authority. Resist and face military destruction. Many surrendered. Others fought and were defeated. Defeated enemies were often absorbed into the Zulu Kingdom. Young men became Zulu warriors. Women and children were incorporated into communities. Leaders who resisted were frequently killed. Shaka wanted neighboring rulers to fear him before battles even began. Fear itself became a weapon. If surrounding chiefs believed resistance was hopeless, many surrendered without fighting. The Ndwandwe Kingdom. This was Shaka's greatest rival. Their king, Zwaide, controlled one of the strongest kingdoms in the region. Both kingdoms wanted dominance over trade routes and neighboring chiefdoms. The rivalry culminated in the Battle of Kokli Hill around 1818. Rather than attacking head-on, Shaka used deception and terrain to defeat a much larger Ndwandwe force. A few years later, he pursued Zwaide's armies north, effectively destroying Ndwandwe power. This victory opened the door for rapid Zulu expansion. His iron grip forged one of Africa's most formidable kingdoms. But in the end, the fear that secured his throne also sealed his fate. As unrest spread within his own ranks, Shaka was betrayed and assassinated by those closest to him, proving that even the mightiest rulers can fall to enemies from within.